Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of Moms Unboxed. This is the Unspoken Truth segment, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today for another week. The question today is, if you got a good woman at home, will a man still cheat? Well, let me just tell you, you got to define, well, what is a good woman? I mean, right? Because we all have different variations and definitions of what a good person is. And most of the time, that's based on our own understanding and experiences of what a good person is. So I want to say that it's not necessarily the person that has to be good. It's is the relationship good? Is the relationship based on honesty, trust, safety, and security of talking about needs, wants, and desires? Now, do you have a solid foundation to let your partner know, hey, I'm feeling like exploring outside of the relationship because perhaps their needs, wants, or desires are not being met. And they want to have a conversation with you about, hey, here's my needs and how can I get this met? And you have to be able to have those conversations, which means you have to be a safe person to receive those types of questions. You have to be willing to be secure within yourself to understand that perhaps the need has nothing to do with you or what you're lacking, but simply they have a bigger desire to try new and fun things. And that oftentimes happens in a relationship where one partner wants to explore with different, perhaps whips or chains or rope or new toys. There's so many different things that you can really bring into the bedroom to amplify your sensual and sexual experiences. But the partner has to feel safe in bringing those desires to you. So if you're not a safe person, and you don't have a foundation of honesty, trust, and good communication, or your partner is communicating with you and you're just straight ignoring their needs, then perhaps, yes, infidelity may happen. Unfortunately, it does happen oftentimes because those foundations aren't put in place, because that partner feels like they are not safe to approach their partner with experiences that they would like to have. Not every person is down with the threesome. Not every person is down to have any type of polyamorous relationship. But are you down with playing with new toys? Or are you a little vanilla? And there's nothing wrong with being a little vanilla. But if your partner's saying, hey, I want to mix it up, I want to have a ice cream cone twist, and you're saying, no, I'm good off that, then how do you bridge that gap? How do you help your partner meet their needs and desires so that it's safe for the relationship and so that they can express themselves fully? Because if we're not allowing our partner to express themselves, then they're going to go express it in a different way that might not include you. And I'm sorry, but that's the unspoken truth. Don't hate the messenger. Just saying. By in human nature, people need their needs, wants, and desires met. That's the way we're designed, is we have needs and we want those needs to be met. And so you have to be willing to meet your partner there and understand them on a deeper level so that you can have a healthy sex life. You can have a healthy relationship that is based around open communication, honesty, and being a safe and secure person for your partner to talk to about these things. Because the more you have those things, the more open they're going to be. The other thing that is coming up for me around this question is, do you have an emotional, intimate relationship with your partner? Because sex is great, but humans crave emotional connection. And if you are not emotionally connecting with your partner, that is going to be a telltale sign that your sex life is shortly going to be out the door, especially for women who are emotional creatures. We do have to have some sort of emotional connection to feel safe to have sex. Now, I'm not saying there aren't the ladies out there that can have sex on a first date, and that is true too, right? But in order to do that, we would have had to had some type of connection or feeling safe and secure with that person. Perhaps that person made you laugh. You think they're funny. The chemistry is good, right? There has to be certain things in order for two people to want to have sex. And chemistry, good personality, feeling safe and secure are probably the top four. So I just want to note that with this question, where are you and your partner at emotionally and intimately? Improving that is going to enhance your sex life. It's going to enhance those foundations that you need to have when you are on an emotional level with each other, where you can have honest conversation about needs, wants, and desires, and you're open to those things. That's going to amplify your sex life. Now, regardless of what's happening in a relationship, unfortunately, some people be assholes and they're still going to cheat because perhaps that's just kind of the type of person they are and they're trying to fit themselves in a monogamous box when in reality they're polyamorous. And I think that there are people out there who cheat with not the intention of hurting their partner or causing upset or destroying a relationship. It's just that they desire connection with other people beyond just the one partner. And they haven't admitted that to themselves because that's a hard thing to admit, that you might just be a person who enjoys having other relations, building connections with other people, exploring a bit, having variety. And so there's always a possibility that someone might be unfaithful to their partner, regardless of how great the relationship is. Now, you want to build that relationship in a strong foundation so that you can be honest with your partner about things and have the most abundant, radiant, fucking sexy, sensual relationship that you can have. But there's always that possibility. And that's just the hard truth. So let me know what your questions are. I want to know what you thought about this short explanation on, hey, if a woman is good, can a man still cheat? And, you could flip that role too. If a man is good, can a woman still cheat? Absolutely, yes, they still can because we have personal power. And in that personal power, we have our own fucking choices to make. And sometimes people just make the wrong choice. I can say that because I have both been cheated on and the cheater. And let me tell you, either one feels great. So if you are struggling in your relationship and you're thinking about, you're flirting with this person, you're getting all hot over him, and you have a partner, I suggest you talk to your partner. Notice what needs are not being met for you. Notice where perhaps the relationship has fizzled out a bit and have a conversation with your partner. Can you bridge the gap? Can you bring fun, new things into the relationship? If you're wanting to explore more, is that something you can talk about with your partner? Just being open and honest can really make a big difference in what you might choose to do in your future. So let me know if you are struggling with your relationship. Find me at Maria Melanie Caroline. Let's chat. Let's have a conversation. All right, ladies, this was it for the Unspoken Truths for week number 2. I'm so excited about this little short segment. Like I said, let me know what you thought about this segment, and if you have any comments, please do. Let's talk about it. And I might have to do an actual full episode on this question because it's a great one. Until the next time, ladies, and don't forget to come back for next week for another episode on Moms Unboxed. Until the next time, sunshine.
Thank you again for joining me for another episode of Moms Unboxed. If you have a topic or relationship question, connect with me at I am Melanie Caroline. And don't forget to follow Moms Unboxed. May you live a liberated, sensual, and unboxed life. I'll be chatting with you next Wednesday for another episode. Until the next time, sunshine.